is they'll give to you, provide for you, and do things for you to make you feel like you're obligated to them and you stay long. Guilt tripping from a narcissist, it's like they're weaponizing your empathy because they don't feel it. They have a lack of it, but they know you do. They know you actually care. They know you actually have some emotions and feelings there. So they weaponize that and they put a victim card to make you feel guilty and make you feel like you have to do something to make up for it. Yo, you already know it's your favorite number 9. Appreciate y'all for tapping in with a nigga. So today's video is how to recognize a narcissist, manipulation tactics, extreme narcissists, sociopaths, and psychopaths. Listen, because it's something that everyone needs to fucking know, my nigga. Everyone needs to know how to recognize manipulation, how to recognize real narcissism, how to recognize a psychopath and a sociopath. Because how many of y'all have been in an abusive relationship? How many of y'all had abusive parents? How many of y'all have been sexually traumatized? 98 times out of 100, that was a psychopath or a sociopath that did it to you. How many of y'all know somebody that was just so impulsively aggressive? It seemed like they had no control over their anger. It seemed like they did the craziest shit. That was a sociopath. How many of y'all know somebody that is so manipulative to the point where it's like, do you even have a heart? Do you even care for other people? Do you even care how I feel? Do you only think about yourself? How far are you willing to go? I can go on forever, bro. I'm about to just get into the video, bro. So when it comes to narcissism, we'll start off there. Narcissism already has too bad of a connotation, all right? Narcissism is just acting in your own self-interest, doing for self. In Robert Greene's book, The 16 Laws of Human Nature, there's something called, I think, the narcissism spectrum, where narcissism is on one side and empathy is on the other. So the natural energy that humans are supposed to operate in operates on that scale, where you should have moments where you feel empathy for others and you're caring for others and you're worried about how other people feel. And you should also have moments where you're more worried about yourself and how you're doing and how your life is going, where you're acting in your self-interest. You're supposed to operate in both. And when you just operate in empathy, you're a people pleaser. You're always getting fucked over by other people, but you're doing it to yourself. Or you're a narcissist and you're fucking over other people just doing shit for yourself. You know what I mean? So that's important to know now what narcissism really is. In a very general sense, it's somebody that acts in their own self-interest. That is the noun for narcissism. Now, a narcissist is somebody that only acts in their own self-interest. They struggle to feel empathy for other people. They do feel empathy for other people. They do. But they'll act in their own self-interest before they feel empathy for others. It's not their initial reaction. That's somebody that is narcissistic. A narcissist is somebody that doesn't take accountability well, that doesn't apologize, that is very manipulative and is just focused on getting what they want. And they don't care about you. I bet. So my phone overheated again. I realized, you know what? I'm gonna just make this like a 3-part, 4-part series where I'm going in about the topic of manipulation, narcissists, psychos, all this shit. And this part 1 is just gonna be about how to recognize manipulation tactics and know when you fucking with a narcissist. I just spoke on what a narcissist is. Now, let me tell y'all manipulation tactics, all right? So this video is gonna be about how to recognize manipulation. Manipulation with a narcissist, we all know what the main one is. It's gaslighting. Now look, I'm gonna talk about this in one of the parts of this series, how I was just fucking with an extreme narcissist, a genuine sociopath, someone with ASPD. Dude, this bitch was fucking crazy, bro. I can't imagine not knowing what she was, being caught blindly in that and thinking, oh, this person just needs to heal, this person can be saved, this person can be helped, this, that, the third, I don't argue with the way I explain things. I know how to put things in a way. I'm manipulative too, I ain't gonna hold you. I know how to put things in a way to where if you don't agree, you're just not looking at it logically. If you still respond with my calm tone and me saying what I seen in my perspective, and you respond with aggression, anger, frustration, and still on your side of the fence, she showed me that shit off the jump and was genuinely trying to change what I thought about the shit. That's what gaslighting is. When something happens and you know you did something, right? You know you remembered to put the keys on the table, and somehow they not there because she or he, that person, wound up grabbing the motherfucker and putting it somewhere else. And they come at you saying it's you who did it, it's your fault, you didn't put the keys on the table. No, that's not what happened. And you sitting there questioning, bro, wait, did I not put them on the table? No, nigga, you did. She or he just doesn't want to. I'm only speaking from a nigga perspective. This isn't an actual scenario of what happened with me and Shawty. I'm gonna get into that at a later date. But that person they don't want to be at fault. They don't want to be blamed. So they're gonna make it seem like it's your fault. And you know you're fucking with an extreme narcissist when it is just quick at how fast they just alter the perception. All right, it's like immediate. As soon as you say something, they can say it back to you in a way that's different from what you actually said, and they're going to try to convince you that that's what actually happened. And genuinely, when you're fucking with a narcissist, when you meet a narcissist, because you shouldn't fuck with them at all, the only way that you can protect yourself from the emotional abuse and the manipulation is if you fight fire with fire. But the only thing that does is creates a bigger fire, my nigga. So me, I'm not a gullible person. I understand manipulation like shit. And I knew that, bro, I'm not about to keep experiencing this motherfucker. So she would try to gaslight me. I would see that if I explain my way, if I try to say what I'm gonna say, it's not gonna go anywhere. You might as well just make her think you agree and just try to dead this shit. Motherfucker wouldn't dead this shit. That's how you know you fucking with somebody crazy, when they don't dead a problem and they just keep on trying to egg that motherfucker on. You know you fucking with somebody that is mad crazy, because they're doing this to put it in your head that you were wrong, and they're trying to make you believe it. It's like a slave master whipping up on a slave and saying, what's your name? What's your name? Until you forget what you said and you keep on saying what they want you to say, and you take that on as a belief. That is another form of manipulation. Man, cooking, nigga. So when you peep gaslighting and you peep that shit's happening to you, bro, it is so frustrating. It pisses me the fuck off, because their goal is to make you doubt what you saw, doubt what you experienced. But I was still stopping, questioning, like, wait, did she say that? Did she do that? Wait, yes she did, yes she did. She not fucking with you, nigga. And I would have to catch myself, and the fact that she even made me doubt myself is what shows the gaslighting, is what shows the power of a narcissist. Y'all know I get spiritual every time, bro. I'm not just logical and psychological. People who are extreme narcissists, these psychos, socios, ASPD, this is who they are meant to be in this lifetime. They are meant to operate. Whatever their soul did, for whatever reason they chose this type of energy, this is who they are meant to be, to easily influence, all right? To easily manipulate. It comes so natural to their energy. So, wow, that dog is beautiful. I don't even speak English. I'm crying. But yeah, that dog beautiful. You know who beautiful, nigga? Me, boy. What? Look at my skin. Fuck is you talking about? So another way you can identify a narcissist is the emotional abuse that they'll put you through. So the way a narcissist emotionally abuses you, the video I remember seeing, they called it death by 1,000 cuts, where it's one little cut every time, and you think that first cut, the cuts are so small that you think they're insignificant, but when they build up over time and you just got cut 1,000 times, you wind up bleeding out. Or they'll punt, or another way I'll describe it, I like this better, is they'll jab at you and they'll punch you in the same spot. And it's not, the one punch isn't hard enough to hurt for real, but it is enough to make you think like, all right, I'll brush that off, wasn't too much. All right, that one kind of hurt. And then when they do that 1,000 times in that same spot, now your whole arm sore, now that bitch won't work, now your shit numb, feel me? That physical soreness is what represents your low self-esteem and your energetic and spiritual soreness, because they've been jabbing at your self-esteem, saying slight remarks, putting you down in some way, shape, or form, passing it off as sarcasm, being blunt, and just, you know what I mean? Just tearing you down with little remarks. And it happens so small, so subtly, that you think it's insignificant. You don't want to say something, you don't want to trigger them, you walking on eggshells. But over time, they do it so much, so frequently, to where you don't even know how to look at yourself, to where you are just spiritually disgusted with yourself. You don't know, you don't have a sense of self anymore. Your self-esteem is so low, and you become like you become their Yorkie in a sense, where you just this small little pet on their side, being blindly loyal to them, being unforgiving, being blindly forgiving to them, while they could possibly be treating you like shit and like you don't exist. You validate yourself through them validating you. It gets to that point, and that's why they try to do it so much over time, because it'll happen for so long that you really don't have any more self-esteem, and the only way you feel good, the only person that validates you from time to time is that narcissist. Why do they do that? This is another form of manipulation, is they'll give to you, provide for you, and do things for you to make you feel like you're obligated to them and you stay longer. They will treat you specially, they will make you feel good, but it's not because they really care about you like that. It's because they want you to think that they care about you. So when the narcissist is treating you good, they being charming, all that shit, they make you feel like the most special person in the world. They give you king, queen treatment. It's all just so you stay on their side and you can feel obligated to them. So when they start guilt tripping you, onto the next form of manipulation, when they start guilt tripping you, you can genuinely feel bad and feel like you owe them something. Oh yeah, nigga, we get deep, bro. I told you I'm talking about narcissism, bro. I've been watching this shit and really studying this shit for the last 7 months, nigga. Narcissism is a narcissist, extreme narcissists are so fucking crazy, gang. And it's sad as hell when you seeing somebody get manipulated by someone, and it's just like they're caught in a cycle of being a victim of narcissism. It's like they just caught in a cycle, and the only way they can snap that jump is when they come to their fucking senses. That's why I know I have to make this video, gang. So still, guilt tripping, bro. Guilt tripping is, honestly, we all know what guilt tripping is. It's when they make themselves feel like the victim. They play the victim card. Boy, they gonna pull that victim card like a draw 4, man. They gonna pull that victim card like a fucking wild card in Uno, where you can make it whatever you want, gang. That's gaslighting. That gaslighting is the wild card, where they make it whatever they want, nigga, and you just gotta go with it. They draw 4 is the guilt tripping. Now, shit, hold on, let me keep it a bit stable. Now, guilt tripping from a narcissist is them playing the victim and explaining something that happened in a way to make you seem like you're at fault, and it's like they're weaponizing your empathy because they don't feel it. They have a lack of it, but they know you do. They know you actually care. They know you actually have some emotions and feelings there. So they weaponize that, and they put a victim card to make you feel guilty and make you feel like you have to do something to make up for it. You're hearing them pull the victim card, and you start thinking like, damn, I can't see where they coming from. Damn, I low-key I can see how I was wrong. Gaslighting the shit out of you, guilt tripping the shit out of you, and you low-key like, damn, bro, I guess I do got to make it up for her. All right, what do you want me to do? All right, what do I got to do? And that is, bro, that shit is annoying to be conscious of, my nigga. When you doing that shit and you just being a victim, you're not conscious of it, bro. But when you're conscious of this shit, holy fuck, I wanted to wring that bitch's neck, gang. So, I thought it was some vibes in the neighborhood for a second. Y'all was about to hear me run down. But anyways, like I was saying, on to the next form of manipulation is the projecting. Now, they'll project and force crazy double standards. This joint I was fucking with, my sociopath, she was being... Hold on, bro. I don't want to give too much juice from the story, bro, because it's a good story, nigga. Y'all gonna be entertained as hell listening to that motherfucker, bro. But yeah, the double standards and the projecting. They will project their negative emotions onto you. And the problem with this projecting shit, it's aura to aura. If their aura and sense of self and their confidence is stronger than yours, when they start projecting these emotions and their beliefs, the gaslighting, all of this shit onto you, they're literally like making you spiritually weak so they can overwhelm your aura. Does that make sense? So when they're projecting their negative energy onto you, you just take it on. When they project their actual problems and the things they actually do, and they're projecting these double standards onto you, you're spiritually weak. You just take what they say and you just go with it. All right? They'll throw onto you that you're always trying to control shit. You're always trying to be manipulative. You're always trying to be in power. You have a power problem. They'll try to throw that onto you. when it's actually them, but because you're spiritually weak, because you've been dealing with this person for a while and they've made you spiritually weak. You hear what they say and you start really trying to see where they're coming from, and you're like, you know what, yeah, you're right, that is me. And you don't even see that it's actually them that's doing that. And they're just saying that to you to make you act right. They'll force these double standards literally just to control you. When you fuck with a narcissist, and I can't believe look, I'm gonna get into that story, bro, but when you fuck with a narcissist for a long period of time, you become a product of their beliefs. All right, they infect your mind in every crevice that they can, to where you are mentally, spiritually, emotionally dependent on them. It's fucking scary, gang. It is so scary how a narcissist can control the mind of somebody else, bro. Like, once again, I can't imagine actually being blindly caught in a connection with somebody like that. Or once again, these are CEOs, these are police officers, these are lawyers and attorneys, these are average people walking through society, my nigga. Like, these are not like some random people. These are people that you'll fuck around and meet at a grocery store, the mall. They live amongst us, my nigga. We are not alone, nigga. Fuck as you mean? Nigga said, fuck as you mean? I'm talking too fast. But nigga, fuck you mean, bro? They literally live amongst us, gang. And don't think you can't become one either. Don't think you can't step into heavy narcissistic energy, because everything that I just described, we have all done. All right? There's a difference between operating in narcissism, right, and actually being a narcissist. And there's a difference between being a narcissist and being someone with ASPD and being a psycho or a sociopath. All of these are different and have different extremities, gang. But on to the next. The next type of manipulation is controlling how people think of you, controlling how people perceive you. So they'll control how people perceive you. That way you think people are siding against you, and now majority are saying that you're in the wrong, saying that you're like this, saying that you're this, that, the third, and hoping that you eventually cave in and you start acting how the narcissist wants you to act. Why? Because if multiple people think something is right, if multiple people hold an opinion, I won't get into that, but that opinion, that belief can wind up swaying somebody who is weak in their principles and weak in their own beliefs and what they think and know and believe. And because of how much they've torn you, that narcissist has torn down your self-esteem and your aura, you are easy to subject to anything that is stronger than you. Next form of manipulation is ghosting. Ghosting, bro. They're fucking genius, gang. I'm telling you, it's ghosting. So they'll do the silent treatment and they'll leave you. They'll cut off communication as a way to let you know that they're upset with you. Now, they might fake be upset with you, or they'll make you think that they're upset with you. That way, once again, your self-esteem is supposed to be so low. You're supposed to be so dependent on them that you start running back and crawling back to them and acting how they want you to, because your self-esteem is so low. The only way you get validation and feel joy is through the little glimpses of energy where they make you feel special. So you wind up going back to them and groveling and doing whatever you can to get back in their good graces. Hosey, they was never really that mad at you. They just wanted you to act right. They wanted you to do what they wanted you to do. That's why I say you're like their little Yorkie, bro. You are loyal to your owner, and if they set you outside and try and tell you, bro, go out on your own, you're just gonna be sitting at the door, crawling, scratching at it, trying to get back in. That's how much control a narcissist will have over a spiritually weak person's mind. Now, ways that you can test and see if somebody is a narcissist is, once again, narcissists want to get their way, all right? So I'm gonna get into this. If you fucking with a psychopath, it's gonna be hard to detect. You really gotta have an eye and an intuition, my nigga. But if you just fucking with a regular narcissist, they'll always want their way. They'll always operate in their self-interest. So if you meet somebody new and you want to start a new relationship, something like that, the way you can try and test if this person's a narcissist is say no. Tell them no. All right? You tell them no just to see how they'll react. All right? So you're setting boundaries and you're saying no, and you're preventing this person from getting their way. If they respect that no, they're not a narcissist. But if they don't respect it and they keep on trying to force and get their way, or they keep on suggesting things to get their way, or they're saying why, or they're trying to break you down, they're not respecting that no. They are really focused and they are getting a rush from trying to get their way, and they're hoping you eventually cave. That is signs of a narcissist. And you shouldn't have to test people, but this is really something you want to be wary of. So another way to test out if you fucking with a narcissist, oh shit. So another way to test out if you fucking with a narcissist is go against what this person believes. Start a debate with them on purpose and see how much they care about being right. See how much they want to put their beliefs onto you. Now, this doesn't automatically make a person a narcissist. It just shows how prone they are to narcissistic tendencies. Feel me? Ask them about their last few relationships and things of that nature, and see if they take any accountability at all. That's another thing with narcissists, is they don't like taking accountability. They're always gonna see that somebody else was in the wrong and that they were right. So see if they'll explain any fault of their own in whatever the situation was. And if they don't, still ask them, what wrong did they do? If they can't think of any wrong that they did, they have narcissistic tendencies. Doesn't automatically make them a psycho or socio or a full-on narcissist. It shows they are prone to narcissistic tendencies. It's the one, to be honest with you. I think that's the last one. This is the video that's gonna go up on YouTube. All right, I'm gonna put how to recognize narcissism. I'm gonna put my definition of how to recognize narcissism on YouTube. I'm gonna put how you can recognize narcissistic tendencies and recognize a narcissist on YouTube, because this is gonna be a big series, you know what I mean? I'm gonna do 3 videos on this. I'm gonna tell my story with an abusive person and a narcissist. I'm gonna tell how to recognize psychopaths and sociopaths and help y'all understand what those are. Something I forgot to mention, the eyes. Now, this mainly shows more in socios and psychos, but the eyes, all right, especially with a psychopath, they'll lack just that feeling of soul. You know what I'm saying? They'll lack that feeling of soul because they lack empathy, meaning they literally can't feel with you. All right, their soul can't resonate with yours. So when you look into their eyes, they'll lack that feeling of a soul there. It'll be pitch fucking black. It'll creep you the fuck out, and you'll know it when you see it after I described it, my nigga. But yeah, this video gonna go up on YouTube. I'm gonna make a video on how to recognize psychopaths and sociopaths next. Those are the extreme narcissists. You have to know what those are. When you just experience a narcissist, they can be changed, they can be fixed, they can heal. But when you experience these extreme narcissists, socio, psycho, this is who they are. There's no healing for them. They don't fuck with therapy. This is who they are in this lifetime. Get the fuck away from them. That's the end of this video. Fuck with me when you fuck with me. Appreciate everybody that tapped in. Love y'all. Adios.